120 pounds. I'm 160. My name is April.
Hey, April.
I'm the run coordinator for the Weekway Beauty. And I am empowered because of you all. A particular shout out to my Weekway Beauties who show up for the last 5 years. And I just want to thank them all. All of you. For being amazing. And allow me to enjoy the things that I do. Thank you, April.
I am Alabama born and bred. In February, I will be going to my hometown in Alabama and run a marathon in February. So to support the Alabamians, all of you know that I'm truly awesome. That's who I am. And I'm always fabulous. I run for a reason, and running keeps me fit and fabulous.
Kathy, hi! And I'm one of the run coordinators for the 1 Acre Warriors. I'm looking at all the words on this table, and all of these words are me.
Yeah!
Because my name is Victory! I've been through so much over the last 2 years: stroke, shin splints, abusive relationship, a divorce, and I'm still here. I'm standing, and I did my first marathon. And so, my name is Victory.
I chose empowered. Okay, because I feel empowered to be fierce, empowered to be fabulous, and empowered to be awesome.
Charlotte, in case you don't know. And I am here because I am healthy, I take care of myself, and you guys are inspiration to me.
I chose empowered because there is something about crossing that finish line. No matter how many times you do it, I just feel stronger, more awesome, more fierce, everything. I'm empowered. And not only that, but just being around a group of wonderful women just helps me feel even more empowered. So that's my word I'm choosing. Hey, girl!
Empowered. I started off probably in a size 14, 180 something pounds. I'm down to 135. I lost, no longer with blood pressure medicine. Not on heart medicine. I did abandon a relationship myself. I needed to walk out. I ran out. I ran my first marathon, Chicago Marathon.
You did great.
5 hours and 45 minutes and 12 seconds. I'm empowered because it has really changed my life. Physically, mentally, spiritually, and the people I've met. And just where else do you meet women that we just get along and we all are supportive? Like, this is one thing that we support one another. And so Black Girls Run has done a lot for me. I truly, deep in my heart, I really appreciate all of you because I sat on the couch for a whole year before I even came out to run. So I watched all of you run for a whole year. And then when I came out, you probably made it on the first day. I said, I am not running. I am not running. I had on cotton, they say it's rotten. I had on Nike. Yes. I had on whatever kind of bra I wore. Preach. Any of this stuff, and there I am, a dry fit. I am a
Running girl.
Hello everyone, Rashonda. I slept empowered. I feel empowered. Actually, it's you ladies. So seeing everyone run, they post, talk about your journeys, you know, the races you're gonna sign up for. That gives me life, you know. That helps me to go out there and run. And some nights when I don't want to work out, it really like gives me energy and life. I just want to thank everyone in this run. Yeah.
I am with my boots on. So I chose the word empowered because all of my sisters here empower me. When I see all of our posts on Facebook and I read about the different triumphs and what we go through and what we're doing, it helps me to feel like that's something I could do. So I just try a little harder, put a little more into it, and just this week I signed up for my first half. Look.
That's the way we do.
Yes, see? That's why I'm empowered. Because all of you got me. Thank you.
My name is Lydia.
Hi,
I'm teaching you that. Sounds like. Anyway, I chose the word empowered also, and probably because I am definitely empowered by the group, by the watching people run. I think that since I've joined BGR, that I've just become feistier, more confident. Just a little bit. Just encouraged, just truly encouraged by the group, and I just appreciate everybody.
That's what sounds like. You need somebody to run with you, Lydia will run with you. And she'll go long with you, and she's not training for anything.
No. Lydia, she goes slow with me. And I know that's not easy sometimes.
Hi, I'm Barbara. I choose empowered because I think that encompasses everything. It gives you that drive. And I also signed up for my first half. I'm definitely gonna need y'all prayers and encouragement.
I have to say, I almost did not choose empowered. That's one of the four. So this was amazing.
Yes.
Hi everybody. Hi. I'm from North Brunswick. I chose fabulous because I'm 42, soon to be 43. I have a 29-year-old, a 27-year-old, a 22-year-old, all college graduates, a 10-year-old, and 7-year-old twins. I started running 2 years ago because my twins was running around and I could not keep up with them. I was winded and they was like, "Come on, mommy," and I was like, "I can't." So I started running and I just did my first half.
I'm Michelle. I chose awesome because I'm constantly in awe of myself, of my constant progress, and all of you ladies as well. Just the sisterhood is just overwhelming all the time, every day, all day. Like she said, every day it's a struggle just to run 1 mile sometimes after work, and all of you give me that empowerment to do so. I'm thankful for it.
Guess it's my turn now.
Hi, I am Nita/Vanita. Prefer Nita. I I chose fiercely empowered.
Oh, wait.
I say empowered because I watched you guys post and you guys suckered me into doing my first and second half marathon, thinking I was fierce. And I crossed that finish line from my first and second half marathon. That's why I'm fiercely empowered.
Hi, I'm Cheryl.
Hey, Cheryl.
I chose empowered, but so many else chose it that I went fierce. Because you could be fierce and just go run 10 miles and nobody says why. And then you feel in yourself after I did the perfect 10. My sister talked me into it. And that was the longest I had ever gone. And I crossed that finish line. I said, you can't tell me I ain't fierce.
Okay.
Come on.
Go ahead.
Come on, eccentric diva.
I ain't good at this, but anyway, I'm Michelle. And hey, Michelle. The eccentric diva, yes. So, all right, I'm going to get straight to go. I'm hungry. All right. So, my word is empowered. I'm empowered by all the ladies. I can't believe that, I did a first half marathon. The edging on of my Dion and Michelle, because I wasn't thinking about, before that was always like no less than 3, Yeah.
Yes.
So, I was glad to do that. And I just, like I said, I feel empowered by all the women when, like Michelle said, if you don't want to go out and run, you see the posts and everything, it's like, let me go do something. Let me get my butt moving. So, I'm just glad to be moving. I'm so thankful for Black Girls Run. It's like the best thing that happened in my life. I'm done.
And we love your video.
I'm Chandra.
Get it right.
I love all of these words, but I'm actually going to go with thankful. I'm sorry. It's quite an accomplishment to be able to run, period, whether it's 5K or 26 miles, so I'm always grateful. I ran Chicago injured, I ran New York injured, I ran Jamaica injured, I ran Trenton injured. And so it's actually sort of really made me very grateful to be able to run because it's not always an ability. So I'm thankful.
Hey everybody, my name is Shelly.
Hey Shelly!
Happy hour. So I'm gonna choose fabulous because I've never been into sports. I promise you. And I remember when I first started my running journey, my friend was tired of me. She was just like, you need to find somebody else because I'm done with this. She was like, you ever heard of Black Girls Run? Go run with them. And I've been running with all of you ladies that motivate me and encourage me. And you make me feel fierce and fabulous. Because we have changed the face of running. And I love, because I am a token in my office, and I love when I go to say, I ran the Chicago Marathon, eyebrow. You did? Yes, I did. And I ran Paris. What else? And I ran New York. All right. And I got Tokyo. Oh, yes. And I'm doing Berlin. Catch me if you can. You guys are amazing. And you really, because I don't see other people out there. I remember the first race I did was Trenton. And I wasn't even part of BGR yet. I signed up too late to get the double bling. And you guys are on the way. BGR! I was like, BGR! So you guys are awesome. You're fierce, you're fabulous, you're wonderful. You make me feel fierce, fabulous, and wonderful. So thank you.
Oh, we love you, Shelly.
My name is Melissa.
Yes, dab on them.
I chose 2 words.
words, awesome and empowered. I chose awesome because I feel awesome, because I was empowered to do a 21-day fast.
Yes.
It's not easy. It wasn't easy. Today's my last day, so I can't wait to eat. But I, took a step back and looked at my run journey over the last 3 years, and thankfully I haven't had a lot of injuries. But when I trained for New York, I actually got 2 shots in my knee, and 1 for Toronto that I ran this year. And what I realized was I was eating to run, because part of running is you're always carb loading, you're always consuming food to fuel you to run long distances. However, I wasn't doing that in a healthy way, that affected my body. And I took a chance, took the opportunity to take a step back and see, say what is causing inflammation in my body, why am I getting sick or feeling a certain way after certain runs. So I felt empowered to, continue to work on the best version of me I can be by eating healthier, to run healthier instead of the other way around. So I'm grateful for all of you, because I see your posts and it encourages me, even though I haven't posted as much, because I feel it's also important as women for us to take time to take a step back and focus on yourself a little bit more. So that's what the 21-day fast did for me. It wasn't more so about the food, but it was just me and the journey that I'm on, and kind of reintroducing myself as well. I cut my hair. And I didn't know what to expect. And once, the haircut was done and I felt the texture of my hair, I was like, wow, I actually have really nice hair. And, I'm been putting relaxers in my hair since my mom, put relaxers. Right, exactly. It's like 9, 10, 6, like all these feelings and emotions. But, from that, it just empowered me to continue the fast, even though it wasn't easy. And this week I had a sweet tooth all week, my last week. So that was really tough to get through. Like I said, it's not more so about the food, but it's about you, your intentions, and your journey. So for me, it was important for me to do that going into 2018. So I wanted to cleanse my body mentally, physically, and emotionally for my journey to begin, in a healing way into 2018. So I feel awesome and empowered from that, and you guys as well. So thank you.
Hi, my name is Lulu. We're gonna choose empowered and awesome too. Empowered because all of you guys really, give me push in everything that we do or in everything that you do. Every time I go to Facebook and watch you guys doing these things, and running or doing this marathon mile or doing this half marathon or doing this 5K, I'm so grateful that I belong to this group, and I feel awesome. It's because in my family I'm the slowest one. Before we are sports minded, but I don't do anything. But then they run, they tennis, they play, they do something else. But right now they call me awesome now because I do marathon, which they cannot do it. They cannot do it. Do it.
And you're fast too.
Yes. I'm not fast yet.
Okay, pretty awesome.
Yeah, before they call me turtle. Yeah, because I'm really slow before. I'm slow, really slow. So yeah, they call me awesome now. And then sometimes they say, who are you running with? Are they fast like you? No, they're faster than me. You guys look so awesome. You guys look so fabulous. You guys look so, why? I'm gonna say, like, why do you have more black women friends than the other colors? Because they are fabulous. They push me to my limits. Unlike the other, color, no, they don't. I am more sorry. It's a fabulous, awesome, fierce, and empowered.
Hey. So I'm gonna choose.
Yes.
Come on. Fierce and awesome because I'm a few months away from being 50 and fabulous. And
you join the club.
Hey, I'm ready to join the club because of BGR. Because when Chandra told me about BGR, I was like, what? Huh? What? You know, I had just finished Couch to 5K. And she's like, come on, Joe, you need to come outside, run with us. And I'm like, okay. I was a treadmill runner. Just straight up.
I remember your first day.
First day. I came out, ran with
She was
Tanya,
fierce that first day,
right? Some other ladies, Kendra, Keisha, Cooper. And I ran my first 6 miles. And I was like, well, okay, I can do this. And I can do this outside, not just on the treadmill. And it's just been such a great journey. I was, 2 sizes bigger, so I came down 2 sizes. I feel amazing. I've met so many wonderful people who empower me in different ways, whether it's, the getting out there and running, or the, Melissa with different tips on the fitness and the nutrition and just the friendships and the bonds that I've made. And I just feel like this is such an amazing group of women that I've just made so many great connections, no matter what, whether it's just seeing you at a run and taking some selfies with Miss Butler, or the Weekway crew, or a meetup, or meeting at a race. It just always gives me so much joy. And during times when I've had some struggles. So I just feel like you guys are all amazing. You empower everyone in this room. And it's not always just someone who's running a marathon. It could be that person who's out there every day running 3 miles. Yeah. No less than tres, like these guys. The Mercer County ladies, they coined that phrase for me. And some days I don't want to get out there and run 3 miles. I haven't run in like 2 months because I too am injured.
Sometimes you are run and jump like that picture.
Oh, that was me. But I'm running Tokyo in February with my girl Shells. We're running Berlin together too. And I don't know how I'm gonna do it. I might do a Galloway. I don't even know, but I'm gonna cross that finish line.
You got this.
Because I have an injury, but I know I'm gonna cross that finish line because I have the support and the love of all you guys. So.
Little race bunny, if you've ever seen that, little race bunny. I'm feeling fierce because that's one of my hashtags.
Yes.
Fierce. I'm feeling all of this kind of, but fierce is my most thing because I would never have thought that at my late age, because I'm 59, I would be able to get out there and do the things that I do. I always start my posts with, thank you, Father, for the ability to run, because I am truly grateful. This is something that is not empowered to a lot of people, but we have it here. It is because of each and every one of you guys that say, I've got out, I got 3 miles, I've got 5 miles, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. And I'm a sucker, I drink all the Kool-Aid. I'm like, I want to do that too. I want to be a part of that too. So I'm feeling fierce. But I admire each and every one of us that are out here and we are moving because so many people find so many different excuses not to, and we go no excuses. And once we get into it, we go hard. And that's what I love about it. Take it to the next level, always, okay? And stay fierce, everybody.
Hi everyone, so I'm Tanita. I don't know.
Hey,
So, I guess I will pick. Alright, I'll pick fabulous.
I think I got to
So I picked fabulous actually
what kind of
because
vegetables do you have with that?
I'm so plain. I never feel fabulous except for when I'm on the pavement.
No
And
potatoes?
BGR has
Thank you.
inspired me to be on the pavement. I can't believe that I met this group, and that's when I really stepped up my mileage. And I've run marathons. My first marathon this year, followed by a second one, and I'm so proud of myself. I was also going to pick empowered because I'm so empowered by all of the posts. There have been times, especially this summer, where I just wanted to say I'm not going, and I look on here and I'm mad because you guys are all out there getting it in. But I'm also really empowered to kind of keep going. So, yeah, I really appreciate the group, and I feel fabulous. And I'm Hi everybody, I'm Dion. Hi. AKA Sexy Legs, that's my name. I am feeling, I was gonna say empowered and fabulous. Like the sister said earlier, I stalked the BGR page for about actually 2 years. And my friend Janessa from South Jersey, I was like, she's always running. I said, is that a cult? What they doing? And so I went on the page, and then somebody was like, oh, 180's on sale, so I brought it. I was like, I may need it if I run one day. And I had it for like maybe a year, and I'm like, well, I got this running stuff. And then I went out to my first meetup with Ingrid, and then I was like, okay, this is kind of cool. And then the next week, I met my buddy Lachelle. And then I was like, all right, we should run. So then I ran my first 5K. And then my original goal when I first joined was, I work at the College of New Jersey, and I see all the college students doing the loop, and I be running and tired. And I said, all I want to do is do the loop. So a sister named Antoinette Frosty, she actually ran with me. She said, look, I'm going to run with you. You don't have to go fast. And that's what I always thought, you had to run fast in order to run. So she taught me just run your pace. And so when I did that, then I realized what it was all about. And then I ran my first half marathon this past March at the Love Run. So something I never thought I would do, but then I said that because I feel also empowered, because I look at the posts and a lot of times I'm tired, I don't want to do it, and then when I see everybody doing their posts, their runs, and sometimes just inspirational messages, it motivates me to do more. So I signed up to do a half in San Francisco in July.
Well, I'm Michelle. I'm very, very, very new. But the word I'm going to pick is awesome, because seeing all of these beautiful, intelligent Black women, it inspires me, and you are all awesome. So even though I'm at a different place in my journey, it's very inspirational to see. It's amazing to be a part of it. So thank you. Hello everyone, I'm Tanya. Hi, Tanya. Tanya, my name is Tanya. I'm going to choose fierce and awesome. I started with this group about a year ago. My girlfriend Carol, she told me to go ahead and join this group. I joined another one, but no one ever answered. So I joined Central, and the group of women that I run with are amazing. You guys inspire me to do it every day. My journey started, I was 310 pounds. And I've lost over 100 something pounds. I used to run track in high school, and I always said I wanted to get back into it, but I was afraid because I was so heavy, and then I injured myself by falling down some steps. And my partner, Carol, partner in crime, aka we turtles. We don't run real fast, but we get there when we get there. I feel awesome. I feel awesome just to say I can get up and do it again. And you guys make me feel really good to be a part of this group.
Hello, I'm Carol. And I chose awesome because for the most part, I'm always feeling awesome. I don't care what anybody thinks. And I'm doing everything that I can to be a better me, eat right, get out there and move, take care of my children, and just live. And thank you, ladies, for being my support.
I'm probably the oldest one here. I'm retired. And I don't run. But you know what? You guys inspire me. when I stop working out, sometimes I walk, sometimes I, whatever. I get on the internet and I say, oh my God, they're doing this and that. I better do something. So, you know, I'm feeling empowered by this group as well as grateful. That's not on the table, but I'm grateful I found you guys. I've never met a group of black women that are so empowered, so fierce, so fabulous and awesome. So I'm going to stay in touch.
My name is Connie. And I am the Tuesday WOG coordinator at Veterans Park for Mercer County. And I feel both awesome and fabulous. Awesome because I have at least 10 women who meet me every Tuesday in the park. Because there we go. And it's a group of women who feel that because they don't run, they can't be a part of BGR. I actually got, I guess, 8 of them to do the Trenton half. They did the 5K or Trenton half. I was like, everybody sign up to do the Trenton 5K. They was like, oh my God, we can't do a 5K. So we do a 5K every week. So then they were like, oh, okay. And I felt so empowered to see them all out there doing their best and doing what they do week after week because they want to be a part of this group. And fabulous also because I am a woman of a certain age and I can get out and walk or walk or run if I want to. And I don't have, I shouldn't say any ailments because every now and then the knees want to hurt, the back hurt. But for the most part, I'm able to get up and get out and do what I want to do to make me feel better. So I really enjoy that. This group is, you know, like everyone has said, to be able to be around, you know, 200-300 black women, and we're all empowering each other. Before I was laid off from my job, it was all about empowering women. I worked for the Institute for Women's Leadership and the Center for Women to Work at Rutgers University. And for 10 years, that's all I talked about was empowering. So to be with this group was always really fascinating for me because you women, you know, if you don't know how blessed we are to have each other. You know, you just need to like step out of our circle and see other organizations and other groups where they're, you know, cutting each other's throat and, you know, putting each other down. But this is a group of empowerment, and I just feel so blessed and so fortunate to be a part of it.
Hi, ladies. Hi. My name is Leslie. Hi. The word that I chose is empowered. First of all, this is an amazing sisterhood that I've joined. I'm so happy to be a part of you ladies. I used to run track in high school, and I didn't want to do no more than the 800, 2 times around the lap. I used to get mad at the coach to try to make me do more. So I'm definitely feeling empowered. I feel fierce and fabulous because I am motivated by you ladies, and I am going to sign up for my first half.
My name is Adrienne. And I have to go with Empower because years ago I joined the group, but I would always, you know, stalk the page, look at everybody running, but I never went to a meetup. So one day, you know, I was feeling, you know, like I needed to do something because the doctor told me you're overweight, you smoke cigarettes, and you're gonna die. And once he told me that, I needed to get moving. And after seeing all these beautiful women running and getting their workout and looking fit, I said I have to get out there. So I went to the College of New Jersey, and it was a meetup that night with my sister, and we started moving. And just the friendships that I made was awesome. And then just talking to all the women that I met, it kind of motivated me to go, you know, past the 3-mile mark. So I was able to get in and meet some nice, encouraging women to get me moving. And now I'm feeling fierce, fabulous, and awesome.
I'm Michelle. I'm the co-ambassador of BGR Central Jersey along with Ingrid. And the word I'm going to pick is fierce because beginning of this year I signed up for a full marathon because I was browbeaten into doing it. my fabulous drum bag. And I really did not think I was going to be able to finish, to do it. I was injured on and off. Didn't know I was going to do it. The day I got there, I had this look of sheer terror, panic on my face. But at mile 6 or 7, I was like, I think I'm going to be able to do it. And I finished my first marathon in 5 hours. 2 minutes. Went on to run 3 more this year. So I'm just so thankful for you guys, because if it wasn't for BGR Central, BGR North Jersey, I wouldn't have met all these women that have inspired me and got me to where I am now. So thank you to all these fierce, fabulous, awesome, empowered women. And thanks again.
Guys, I'm Debbie. AKA Leggy Deb. When I look at the word that I think of isn't here, so I'm going to add 2. I think of crazy, so I'm going to use crazy awesome. And the reason why I say crazy awesome is, let's see, I started with Wassessing in East Orange. Then I ran with Branch Brook. Then I ended up at Weequay. Yes, the whole Weequay crew. So I had been running with BGR for maybe about 4 to 5 years, and I never ran a race. So I ended up signing up for a couple of little races here and there, but I would never do a full or a half. Trenton was like, you know, my first one, so I would do that every year. But then in February, I had an injury. So this is the injury table. So I fractured my ankle, and I was signed up for Chicago. So I was really depressed, and I didn't tell anybody. So I kind of didn't tell my group. I didn't show up for anything, and I kept it secret because I said, you know what, I can't do it. I'm not going to do it. The doctors don't really encourage you to do anything. So as I kept looking at pictures, everybody pictures, like a lot of you I know just because of your pictures. And even, you know, if I just liked it, didn't say nothing, I was empowered, so I can use that word too. Yeah. So I said, you know what, I'm just gonna put one foot in front of the other. Because when you run, it's more about putting one foot in front of the other. The perseverance, the dedication, the getting up at 5 in the morning, the snot running out your nose, the poop, the pee. I'm not the only one that pees, but I know. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So all of that equals, you know what I'm saying, a runner. You know what I'm saying? No matter how fast or how slow you get. So I put one foot in front of the other, and I thank April because April worked with me. She stayed late, even when the park was closing. You remember that? And I was like, nah, I gotta get 6 miles in. April went to where my car was so they wouldn't lock me in. I didn't even know she did that. And I was just limping, crying, going up that hill. So I thank you, bless you, and bless everybody here because all of you guys are empowering and encouraging.
Hi everyone, my name is Kim. I'm not really a talker because actually I talk on the phone all day long for a living. So I guess probably the 2 words that I would choose. She picked 2 words. I picked 2 words. Fabulous and empowered. I started this run journey a couple years ago with another group. And at some point, I didn't feel like that group was challenging enough for me. So then I made a decision that I wanted to do something more for myself. Then I moved over to the week break section. And I guess running has given me, I use empower because it's given me a different sense of purpose with my life. I've never been a runner. And to see where I've come from, like walking, running, and starting my first 5K and doing a half, and now about to do my second half next year. So that's where I'm at. So
okay, ladies, I'm Tangelia.
And I just want to say, the word I'm going to choose is
Empowered.
Okay.
And awesome.
And fabulous.
Okay. Y'all know I'm not a talker. Y'all throwing all these words at me. I became a part of the BGR group through my friend, initially through my friend Kim. She was a part of the BGR group. And what happened that I had 2 incidents in my life that what I needed to filter myself someplace else. And because of that, those 2 incidents in my life, I don't want to make everybody sad, so I'm not going to say what they are. But, okay. I had 2 incidents that was like 3 months apart. The first one was I lost my son, he was 27 years old, my youngest son. And the second one, 3 months after that, was that I got breast cancer. And when I got breast cancer, I was more so concerned about my sons, my other 2 sons, because they just lost their brother, and now they hear 3 months later that their mom had breast cancer. So Kim was a part of the BGR group, and I got a part of it because of her. She invited me to Kathy, who's a Weekly Beauty, birthday party, and the ladies was fabulous. See, they was fabulous. I'm falling on them. They was fabulous. They welcomed me in, and I just thought it was just a really group of people, a nice group of people to be around. I think this made me feel like they've been knowing me forever. And so from there, I started coming out to the meets with them at Weekway Park, and those ladies was beautiful. So they empowered me. I'm not going to talk long because I'm not talking. But they empowered me because they brought me out of what I was going through. They allowed me to heal. It was like a heal. They healed. It was like healing for me, you know. And it was really nice just to be around. Every time I got around them, I just felt good. I just wanted to do more and more and more, you know. But because I have gone through the different things with the breast cancer, I couldn't do as much as I wanted to. But each and every time I see, I'm putting all the words on them, that fabulous group of beauties on the internet and watching them on the sites, it made me just want to do more and more and more. So I'm really looking forward to the year 2018 because I feel as though I'm a little healthier and I'm ready. You know, I mean, I survived breast cancer. I'm still surviving my loss of my son, and who knows how long that's gonna take, and it's gonna be forever, you know, 'cause that was my baby. But, yeah. Say it again. My first 5K was where? I was fierce. That's my first 5K, the Trenton. And the thing about Trenton was I wasn't going to do Trenton, but I started out the year 2017 saying, I'm doing Trenton, and April would say, you got to get ready for it. You got to do a couple of runs before that. But because all I was going through, I couldn't really get myself up to the run. But when it came time for Trenton, I was like, Kim said, you might as well do Trenton. And I was like saying, okay, I'm going to do Trenton. And I think I did pretty good.
Yeah, great.
I was awesome and fabulous. But BGR is a really good organization. Would you say it's an organization? It's really group. It's really, really, really good. It really gets your blood pumping. It really gets you moving. Everybody seems to get you energized to do empower you to get out there and want to do more and more in each day. And even if you're not feeling 100%, if you look out there, you see the ladies out there 5 a.m. in the morning, and I'm peeking out my window saying, it's 5 a.m. in the morning. But they be out there. It's cold. And they just really out there. So anyway, thank you, BGR.
I chose the word empowered. I'm trying not to cry because it's been such an emotional year. And listening to all you guys' stories is making it even harder because you guys don't know I incurred a level 4 concussion in February. And I'm still unable to run. Sometimes even walking is hard. And so hearing the stories is just, I want to cry because I'm happy for you, but I want to cry because I can't do it. But you ladies have definitely kept me empowered this past year to not give up and just like doing the talk, because as co-ambassador of the group, in my head, one of my responsibilities is to lead by example. And this year I have not been able to do it at all. So it's been kind of hard, but like I just choose Empowered because you guys, it's switched. You guys have empowered me to not give up on running, on just keep trying. Because right now, even now, I want to go like, oh, I can't do it, and I just want to quit. But because I'm the co-ambassador, and of all you ladies, the stories I'm hearing, you know, just keeps me going. And I haven't done any major races. Have doing pensions too, but you never know.
Hi everybody, I'm Tanya.
Hey.
I think I'm gonna go with Fabulous and Empowered. So I'm fabulous. This dress is super duper tight. Hence the jacket. Anyway, so I'm 50. I just turned 50 in October, and I started running 5 years ago. So I started running at 45, right? Similar to Joanne, I was a treadmill runner. I did a couple miles here and there, but like over like maybe 10, 15 years, right? So I was a runner. And I never ran outside. I would look out my window and see people running. I'm like, what is going on with it? I don't get it. It was very strange to me. So I was introduced to BGR at a hair salon. What a place to get introduced. Well, you know what happened? So just to go back, I'm going to be kind of concise. I was getting ready for my wedding. Some of you probably heard this before. So, you know, what do we do when we get married, right? We start to work out, right? So we can lose weight so we can get into that dress. So because I ran on the treadmill, I realized I enjoyed running. And I wanted to do it more. So I asked two of my girlfriends, I said, you know what, after the wedding, you know, next year, 2012, 2012, I want to start running outside. I want to run races. So will you do this 5K with me? And so they agreed. I pretty much caught the running bug from there, and I was running, and then I would just tell anybody who met me, you know, at work, wherever, at the hair salon, I'm a runner. I run. I had done like one 5K. That's what I do. So I'm chatting up this girl at the hair salon. You know, yes, I'm a runner. You know, I run. She's like, me too. I'm like, really? So she told me about BGR. She said they met in New Brunswick. I was like, what? So I go. Turns out it was her first meetup. She'd never been there either. And then when I met the ladies who were leading the run at New Brunswick, I just totally caught the running bug and drank the Kool-Aid. And within, I don't know, maybe 6 months, I'd run a half marathon. Within a year and a half of running outside, I ran a marathon. I had no business running. So my point is that, you know, I'm fabulous because I'll do it. I'll try it, you know, at least once. I'm empowered because all of you and all of your beautiful stories empower me. Your stories, your posts, when you get out there and you do it, obviously it makes me want to do it too. And I think it's fabulous that we have so many of us, right, out there getting it, right?
Yep.
Whether it's a 5K, it doesn't matter the distance. It could be a 5K, 10K, half, marathon. You're getting it. So that's why I'm empowered and I'm fabulous.